Dave Black and Joe Erie here. We are with the bartender here at the Island House, Evan.
Yes.
How long have you been working here?
Just this season. Just here this year.
Okay. So Evan, I talked to him briefly as we were walking out, and he had a pretty interesting story. What did you experience at this place thus far?
A few times, like at night when I'm doing the drawer in the kitchen, someone walks behind me. And then this door right here, as I walked up to it, I was leaving one night and I forgot something. I turned around, and as I turned around, it was just like right in my face.
The door closed in your face?
No, not the door. Something just pushed me back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I felt last night at the school. It's sort of the same sensation.
Kind of that feeling that I had upstairs with the door. It was the door went boom, and I felt all that air, just everything at me, and I was like, holy shit, holy shit.
Yeah.
When the devil's in the mood, nightmares come pouring out of hell.
Welcome to the Supernatural Occurrence Studies podcast. My name is Jason Knight, host of the show. Joining me today is Mr. Dave Black, Claire Sensitive, and Supernatural Occurrence Studies co-founder.
Oh, hey.
Also joining me is Mr. Joe Erie, Claire Sensitive.
Oh, hey.
Listeners, the Haunted Ohio podcast trip rolls on. We are on Kelley's Island, reporting live from the Island House, and we are lucky to be sitting down with
Taylor, the manager here.
Taylor, the manager, who's also related to the owners of the business, correct?
As I understand, could not be here today because it is their anniversary.
It is their anniversary.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Every other day of the year, they're here all the time.
Yes.
Okay, that's our luck. But this is great. No, this is great. So just a brief catch-up. We've been running around Kelley's Island for the last almost 2 days, and the name Moisey keeps coming up.
Yes.
You got to find Moisey. You got to find Moisey. You got to go to the Island House. This is from your island's historian to the Chamber of Commerce to just
Facebook thread.
Yeah.
Facebook thread. We got to find Moisey.
Yes.
So we are here
And we actually
to
did
talk
find
about
his name was John,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
John Moisey.
John Moisey.
When we pulled into the cemetery for the first time, so remember I told you to pull in the cemetery so we can get some pictures. We pulled in right next to Moisey's grave.
Yep.
We're
That
supposed,
was
we
his
were
grave.
supposed to make the left in it,
Yeah.
and we accidentally passed up. Oh, we'll take the next one.
Yeah.
Well, we went
And
the
there
next
was
man.
Moisey.
Yes.
Yep.
It always comes back to Moisey.
So, 2 bits of housekeeping, listeners. This is a Tascam episode, so forgive any audio quality issues. And we're kind of doing this episode backwards in that Dave Black and Joe Erie, our 2 Claire Sensitives, did the walkthrough first before we actually conducted our interview.
Hey, Dave Black here. We are here on our last day on Kelley's Island, and I am in front of the Kelley's Island house. This is where the ghost named Moisey's appears. The owners, unfortunately, have their anniversary today, so they're not going to be able to talk to us. We do have an employee that lives here in the house that's going to be talking to us a little bit later. Right now, I'm standing in the front room of the house, just kind of moving about through the space, walking into the bar area. Everything is basically shut down in here right now. Nobody's in the building at this particular time of day. Everyone's sitting outside on the patio. The bar over here doesn't seem to have a whole lot going on. I get a little, as soon as I come towards the bathrooms here, though, I do get a little bit near the bathrooms in the back. Okay, this is the back door here. And I am about to, I believe this is an addition onto the building, the bar area. This is an addition, right? This is, okay, yeah, that's what I figured. When was that built?
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
30 years ago.
Okay, cool. Is it if I take a spin around the kitchen? Cool. All right, I'm going to come into the kitchen, walk around to see what I can see. A little bit of a vibe back here in the kitchen, right under the fan by the dehydrator and the refrigerators. There's a little office back here. Some pretty strong vibes in the office right here. And now back in the kitchen part. Not really experiencing much back here. There's a dishwasher and a cook walking around. Do you ever experience any weird things back here?
That rack used to be up against this wall over here.
Yeah.
$3,000 laptop sitting on it, pushed up against the wall. Everybody that was here that night was sitting out back. Laptop flying off the top, smash broken.
Oh wow. Did you make whatever did it pay for it? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any personal experiences here outside of that?
I was cleaning up the one night, and there was a cutting board that was leaned horizontal backwards against the wall that flipped forward and hit me in the back of the head.
Oh wow. Something flicked me in the back of the head in a haunted house yesterday, so that was fun. What's your name, by the way?
Keith.
Keith? Thank you. Keith is the chef. All right. A little bit of info from Keith. Okay, walking back out of the kitchen now, I'm kind of starting to get waves of energy. I don't know what this room is I'm in right now, but I'm walking back towards the south end of the house right now. There's a bathroom back here with a shower and a vent that is blowing some crazy air in here. Not feeling a whole lot right here. Walking back through this room to the front part. There's a hallway that goes to the front door. There's a room marked number 1. That's where our waitress said she lives with her husband. I'm about to go up the stairs to the second floor. This is where Moisey's ghost is supposedly at. And I'm just going to take a few pictures as I go and see what I feel. So coming up the stairs, I'm just up on the 3rd or 4th step down. I'm already starting to feel it at the top of my head. I don't know if anyone's up here right now. There's a lot of sounds happening because there's a lot of like airflow and fans on and things like that. Okay, so these rooms up here are numbered as well. Looking into room 8. It's obviously somebody's bedroom. I don't know who lives up here or what the deal is. Okay, there's a side hallway that goes off back towards the north end of the building, and as I walk through this hallway, I'm getting this kind of sinking feeling in my chest. Walking into a bedroom right now. First bedroom, number 5. I'm not feeling any specific, like, straight up energy on top of me yet, but this room definitely has, like, okay, now I'm starting to feel it. Now it's coming at me. So room 5 has definitely got a pretty heavy feeling in it. Walking out of room 5 now, back into the hallway. Yeah, walking into room 7 across the hall from room 5. Not feeling a whole lot over here. I think this is maybe a bed and breakfast. There's a walk-in closet here. I'm going to check out in the closet. Coming out of the closet. Pump. Okay, walking back out into the hallway and into room number 6. All these rooms are made up as bedrooms. They all have a bed, queen-size bed, full-size bed in them. I'm not feeling much of anything in this room. Just a little bit of a buzz. Once again, it is like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So it's kind of hard to pick up on stuff when it's still daytime. But particularly this hallway right in front of room 5, up to where the stairwell is, seems to be pretty strong. There's definitely some vibes there coming around the corner into the bathroom. And this bathroom is making my hands tingle. I'm standing by the shower right now, and there's definitely it's just like kind of this overwhelming shortness of breath up here. Kind of like a crushing lungs sort of feeling. Just kind of feels like I'm being constricted, like somebody's giving me a bear hug. If I can explain it best. There's another adjoining bathroom right next door to that one. This one also seems to have a presence in it, right near the shower. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think that those rooms might have been adjoining at one point. Those two bathrooms are back to back. Now in room 4, nobody's making their beds in these rooms, by the way. Room 4 also has kind of this crushing, heavy feeling, and I would say it's like feels stuffy in here, and just kind of heavy upstairs here. But there's really no, I mean, there's all sorts of fans on and air conditioning going and stuff, so I don't know why it would be. Now there's room 3 here. I don't know if it's, I don't know who's in it. If anyone's in it. It's a drum room. It's got a drum in here, drum set in here, and some liquor bottles. Is obviously somebody that lives here full time's space. There are a lot of shoes in here. This is room 3. Oh, cool. There's a mushroom poster on the wall. I'm into mushrooms, so I'm taking a picture of that. I want to get a picture or a copy of that poster. Okay, so went through the whole upstairs, and in general, right at the top of the stairs, I feel it. And in the rooms off to the right here, I feel it, particularly the bathrooms off to the left, and then room 5 and room 6 and room 7, I think it was. Yeah, like I can't really describe it. It's not like I don't feel the actual energy on top of me like I normally do, like I'm walking through a cloud. There's definitely something here, but it's just kind of throughout the space. But those are the rooms I feel have the most. The rooms off to the right. The rooms off to the left, not a whole lot. So 4 and 3, not a whole lot there. The bathrooms right here at the top of the stairs have a bit of a vibe to them, but particularly at the top floors, rooms off to the right, specifically on the west side of the building, rooms 5 and rooms 6, I feel, have the most presence in them. Room 7, a little bit across the hall. Okay, so I'm now heading back downstairs towards the front door. I'm not going to go into room 1 because she already told me that's her room. I don't want to go in there. Back on the ground floor now, and coming around the corner to go into the basement, which I will be going into right now. Taking a picture of the door. Okay. Stepping into the basement. At the landing at the top of the stairs. Closing the door behind me. Going down the stairs. Okay, I'm not even on the second stair yet, and I'm already getting the vibes here. It's already coming up to visit me. I'm feeling it start to grow through my back and neck. And as my head, crosses the threshold of the first floor, it's like flooding my head with energy. So this is definitely where it stays during the day. I'm walking into it right now. I'm feeling it very heavy. It's right about a 7 or an 8 right now. It's definitely coming to sniff me out. Now I'm walking into the corner of the room where you can see some exposed masonry work, stone masonry with some concrete over it that has flaked off over the years, so I'm probably looking at a 150-year-old wall right here. So back in this corner, it's very cold in this corner, but then again, I am in the basement, but it's extremely cold in this corner, more so than anywhere else in the house, even with that room that was blasting AC in it, that little small bathroom. There's these recessed windows that I'm looking at, so I'm actually looking at a window that goes out to the ground level, and there's a good 2 or 3 feet in between the outside wall and the inside wall. So there's actually a chamber in between the two walls. I can't even really figure out why that would be a thing. I'm going to try and get around this table full of stuff and get a picture in there, because fucking knocking myself through spider webs and stuff to get over here. Yeah, I'm in this corner now, stepping on things. Trying to get pictures inside. Yeah, there's like a recessed little section just between the inside wall and the outside wall, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks like it's hollow. It's like only goes a foot or so in each direction to where I can't see, which I'm guessing is some sort of facade of the exterior, a little part of the house that juts out that is just hollow in that particular spot. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff down here in the basement. I am now walking in to the back of the basement. It's not a very big basement. It's just one small section that's the actual basement. It's probably like maybe 25 feet across and about 30 or 40 feet in. And that's the whole basement. But this is definitely where the energy is at during the day. I walked into it as I came down here. And now going into the other corner of the room. Getting a whole lot over here. So, upstairs, room 6 especially, a little bit of 7. The bathroom's at the top of the stairs, and the south east corner of the basement are where I'm pinpointing. And then just coming down the stairs in the basement, it's definitely present. Going back up the stairs now, and back outside to hand it over to Joe.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Audible.com, with over 200,000 audio programs to choose from, Audible has you covered. Horror, mystery, true crime, sci-fi, nonfiction, and more. All narrated by A-list celebrities and very unique performers. Go to www.audibletrial.com/SOS Radio. That's audibletrial.com/SOS Radio. And claim your free 30-day trial and free audiobook now. That's audibletrial.com/SOS Radio.
Okay, it's Joe Erie. I am doing my walkthrough right now. I am, let's see, looking for the upstairs. The upstairs.
Upstairs, if you go down the blue hallway.
Cool, thank you. Okay. Not really feeling anything yet. Okay, walking up the stairs. Actually, I feel a little bit, nothing crazy. Walk to side of the stairs by the front window, not really feeling anything. Going to room number 3. Drum set, cool. Not really feeling anything in here. going into room number 8. Not really anything here. I mean, I feel like a very small amount, like in my chest, shoulders, but it's not very active. Okay, I'm going to the right. It's a back hallway. Kind of feeling it over here a little bit more. Room number 5. Not really anything. Okay, room 7. I'm definitely feeling a little bit more in here now. A little bit more than normal. Right, actually, like in front of the door where room 7 is. It's definitely coming to me a little bit. Okay, whoa. Okay, now I am right by door 6. I am getting lit up right now. Whoa. Okay, I'm in room 6. It's stronger. It's on my head. It's on my neck, my arms, my legs. It's definitely by room 6. Kind of feels like it's leaving right now. It's going out. Weird. Kind of went away. Going back by room 7. Okay, I'm feeling it again by room 7. It's in here now. Okay, so far, room 6 and 7, for sure. I'm walking back out the hall to the left side. I'm starting to feel it strong. Very strong. Bathroom. Not really anything. Room number 4. Yeah, not really anything. Back by the staircase, not really anything. I'm going to go back by 6 and 7, because I feel like it kind of went over there again. Okay, I'm at 7, getting a little bit. 6. It's weird. It's like coming and going. So it's kind of moving from me. Now I'm in front of 5. And whoa, that was crazy. I need to leave. I don't know if you guys heard that. The fucking door just fucking shut. Holy shit. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Downstairs. Okay. I had to just get out of there. That was crazy. I hope that picked up. Wow. It's like I was... Okay, I'm downstairs and... I'm definitely feeling it. Oh my god. That was crazy upstairs. Whoa, okay. I'm like freaked out right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely downstairs, but not as strong as up there. Holy shit, I can't believe that happened. It's like almost I was going after it and trying to find out where it's going, and then when I found it, the door just slammed shut, and I just got out of there. That's crazy. But yeah, it's definitely downstairs. But I'm gonna come out now and talk to these guys and see what Dave felt.
End it, and we'll start a new file.
No, we're still going from this file. Should we stop it?
No, if not.
Okay. All right. So we're okay. So Joe and I are back comparing notes. What did you find out, Joe?
Okay.
Talk into the mic.
I definitely felt it as I was going up the stairs a little bit. It wasn't so much.
Right.
I went to the left. Mm-hmm. Same thing, a little nothing. But then when I went in the hallway off to the right, I started feeling it more, and I believe 7 was, so I think there was 5, but 7, and I think it was 6. Okay, but
The two on the left side, right?
No. The one on the right side in the front of the house, I believe that was 7. I started actually feeling it right by that door, but when I walked in, but when I went back to the door, I felt it again. But then when I went to 6, the furthest one on the left, I was like, whoa, that's where it was there.
I was getting 6 and 7. That's where I was feeling everything.
Okay, so then I walked back, okay, and because I felt it kind of go, so then I'm like, well, I started going towards it again, see, because it kept on coming and going, and then I was walking into it again, and I think it kept on moving back and forth, and I'm like, okay, well, it was not here, so I went back towards 6 and 7, and I started feeling it, but I felt it move, and then as soon as I got in front of room 5, I'm like, oh my God, it's here. The door slammed shut. It went boom, and I fucking, dude, I freaked out, and I just went downstairs, dude. It scared the shit out of me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The door slammed shut. It was open like a little bit. It went boom, and I hope it picked it up on there, and it was so loud. I'm sure it did, but I just went downstairs, dude. I'm out of here, man.
Did you go in the basement?
I went down. It's definitely there, but not as strong as upstairs.
Where did you feel it in the basement if you had to?
All over the place. I didn't even stand there that long after what I felt upstairs. That was crazy.
Because when I went upstairs, I definitely felt the presence of those bathrooms right at the top of the stairs a little bit, and then rooms 6 and 7 on the left side of the hallway.
No, well, I think it's 5, and then 7 on that side, and then I think 7 is the one facing us, the front of the house. So as I was walking down the hall, the first hard feeling I got was 7.
It's not that hard. The doors are numbered.
Yeah, 5, 6, and then 7.
All right.
But
6 and 7 is where
7.
I was getting the most. That's what I actually said on the Tascam here. And then when I went downstairs, when I walked into the basement, I walked through it. It was hanging out in the basement. So my going in the basement might have flushed it upstairs, and that's why you ran into it.
And this is what I kind of felt. I'm like, I was going after it. So I'm like, it's over here, kept on moving, but I'm like, I keep on coming back to it. And as soon as I'm like, oh, here it is again, I felt it, and it was almost pissed. I was on it, and it was like, boom! And I cut downstairs. But the base, my impression is it was pissed that I found it and I was going after him or it, you know.
Backwards, but with that said, they did do their own investigations, walkthroughs, I should say, separately, and you'll hear that as it unfolds, but it will be laid out a little bit differently this time. Okay, enough about that. Taylor.
Yes.
What's up with the island house?
You know, it's been going on for years. Mostly everything upstairs. Everything moves. You know, at night you'll hear silverware rattle. Like no one's in there. Everything's closed. Lights are off. And you hear like the shaking of silverware. You'll hear people coming up and down the steps. Things will drop. Things will get knocked over. Yeah. I don't know.
And you live here in the house,
I do.
right?
I live downstairs. A lot of things happen upstairs, but I've been living here for about 5 years, and there's been some stories.
Have you yourself seen this, or Moisey?
I have not had any of my own happenings, but all of my other roommates who have lived over here have definitely had their own experiences.
Wow.
Now, is this a bed and breakfast? Do people stay here?
No, it used to be years ago, but for the last 5 years, it's been employee housing.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So what is some of the history of the building itself, besides the employee housing?
Oh, well, it goes far back. It used to just be a house, and then it was an Italian restaurant, and then it got kind of converted in additions, and it's been going back decades for stories, and, people will be like, the stairs in the kitchen, we call them, I don't even know, we have the steps. We don't open the door, no one goes up there, we hear things in the walls. So it's been going back for a while. Families used to live here. They still come back and visit every few years and be like, yeah, we used to hear weird things upstairs. You could hear people run across the floor, run down the steps.
Wow.
Yeah.
When was this building built?
Oh, I believe it was in maybe the 17 or 1800s. It's old. It's old for sure.
Very cool.
I don't know the exact year, but it's been a long time.
As we've been finding with all the buildings we've investigated, same thing. Mid to late 1800s.
Yeah.
1860s, 1870s.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff on the island seems to be 67 through 73 is when the buildings were
Our
built.
neighbors across the street used to say they would see something in the windows upstairs when they were looking over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Like a light or like a figure?
No,
or?
he said our neighbor across the street, Danny, he said he would see a figure in the window. Right at the
It's
top
not
of the steps.
scary at all.
You know of any deaths that happened?
Here? No, I don't.
Okay. So we found out his first name is John. Was John Moisey?
I don't even know where Moisey came from. I mean, they would talk about Moisey before I was even here. So every time anything happened, they'd be like, oh, it's just Moisey, it's just Moisey. I'm like, who is Moisey? And then we kind of started learning, like, a few years ago, we were closing down the kitchen, setting up our cutting boards to clean underneath them, and everything was set up right. We were getting ready to walk out, and the one just knocks over and hits my husband in the back of the head. He's like, he thought our one coworker did it, and he's like, I was all the way across the room.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. So not only...
What was it that hit him in the head?
One of our cutting boards. We pulled it off our line to clean.
So-
it was set up fine. It was a few minutes later.
He's in the kitchen right now,
My
right?
yeah.
I talked to him earlier
Yep.
and he told me that story.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That, and then,
Perfect.
a few things have been knocked over in the kitchen.
Right. Any customer experiences?
No customers. No,
Just employees?
that have lived here. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. So Dave and Joe did a walkthrough. You graciously allowed them to pretty much have free access during your business hours, so thank you very much for
No
that.
problem.
Of course, listeners will hear what happened step by step through that walkthrough, but just the points that you picked out, the locations that you picked out,
Okay.
the activity that you experienced, maybe run it by and see if she could corroborate with any other stories.
I just found some information about John Moisey. I looked on my phone here. Prominent fruit grower and local winemaker, Kelley's Island Wine Company. So he worked at the wine company. His first wife, Bertha, died of cancer at an early age, leaving 4 small children. Later married his daughter-in-law, Clara. That's fucked up. Both of them being widowers. I imagine the gene pool here is very small because there's not very many people on the island.
What's
so,
funny about the wine
do what you
co
gotta do.
is my aunt and uncle who owned this building used to run the wine co a few years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe it's
That's
Moisey
funny.
following
Maybe.
the family?
That's interesting. I just looked at so I'm looking on some genealogy website here to see information about John Moisey, and I just saw that James Hamilton was related to him, which is that the cemetery stone that we saw last night that I complimented the font on.
Yeah.
That was James
Yeah.
Hamilton.
That's crazy.
So
Nice. All right, so let her know what
Okay.
you guys
So-
found, and we'll try to corroborate.
There's definitely a feeling in the whole building. As soon as I started going up the stairs, I felt it a little bit more. But I went to the front,
Okay.
same feel. Went to the left, and in the bedroom, same feel. But as I started getting towards that hallway, I started really picking it up.
Yeah.
And
So you were upstairs
It was
at this
getting
point.
closer and closer. 7, I believe, is the one to the right.
The one on the right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, whoa. I got it right there, like in front of the door. I walked in, it was kind of going away, so I went back and it was at the front of the door.
Okay.
6 is the one at the very end of the hallway to the left.
Okay.
That's where it was. I mean, I was just lit up. Whoa. But then I felt it leave again. So I was going towards the left of this building. I started following it, and then it went back. And I went again towards it, I was getting it. Got back to 7 at the very end. I felt it leave, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go after it. So as I started following it, I'm like, okay, it's here. I'm on it. It's right here. I found it again. The door just went boom. It just shut, and I was like, oh my god! It was almost like it was pissed that I was like chasing. It's like, leave me alone, and I was like, holy shit! I had to go downstairs, and I'm like, I'm done. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I went downstairs. It's definitely, you can feel there, but very strong upstairs in that hallway. And
So, with
that's
that
crazy.
said,
Like, I hardly ever have anything like that happen. And I did not expect that.
6 and 7, the hallway in general, and door slamming.
And I was right in front of door 5. There was like a little closet
the
door.
3 rooms in the hallway,
Yeah.
that closet door.
It's-
That's
it-
the room. That has
slammed
the
right,
room.
boom.
So that-
Yep.
that's
That goes
what
up
it is.
to the attic.
Really?
That goes up to the attic. There's some steps there, and that really is where the most comments have been on experiences.
And the crazy thing is with
didn't know
that
there was
door,
an attic.
I didn't know either. The thing with the door, it did not have a handle. It was, so it's not like you could pull it shut.
So let me confirm. Is he kind of on with what he's saying?
Yeah,
as
definitely.
far as
It's
story?
definitely the doors, the slamming, that hallway for sure. 1,000%. That's where everyone who's lived up there has said that hallway, those rooms.
Yeah, definitely to the like
Dave, go
me
ahead. What did you
too.
experience?
Right to the right of the staircase, come up, go to the right. That part was where I felt the most. Particularly rooms 6 and 7, and the bathrooms at the top of the stairs. I got a little bit of a vibe off of as well, but not so much on the other side. And when I came into the basement, I literally walked through it as I went into the basement and felt it, especially in the north or the south east corner of the building. And I believe me going down there made it flush upstairs, and that's why Joe ran into it up there.
So the thing is, we feel these things,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because you could actually chase it.
Yeah.
And as I got up to that point right before it was almost. It's like, leave me alone, like it's
Like
like
a
a kid, like that.
Petulant teenager. Leave me alone, Dad.
Yeah, because I was on it again. It was pissed that
Yeah.
I'm following it. It was crazy.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean, I knew there was something up there. And there's only one other room that anyone had experiences, and it wasn't banging or pounding or doors. A few years ago, 2 of my coworkers that work down the street, they live in this room right at the top of the stairs where you go around the stairs. They were living there, and they were walking home, and the one was like, oh, good job. You left the blinds open, the TV on. Okay, cool. They come in. I hear screaming because I've been in this downstairs room. They walk in, their TV's off, their blinds are closed, like nothing ever happened.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the only thing other than banging or pounding our doors was where they actually had their blinds shut and their TV off when they had just seen it on and open.
I went up the stairs.
In keeping respectful of her time, business day, any other questions or thoughts for Taylor, or anything Taylor you would like to say? What's good here at the Island House? Why should
Food-wise?
people come here? What makes
Everything.
you you?
Everything is scratch made. We have the freshest food on the island. We hand cut our own fish. We hand cut our own meats. We scratch make all of our desserts. Everything's great. Our breakfast is scratch made. The gravy, the biscuits. It's so fresh. The freshest food. Our cocktails are fresh. We squeeze all of our juice, our orange, our grapefruit, our lemon, our lime. Everything is so good and so fresh.
There you go,
was
listeners.
really good. It was
Yeah, food was great. If you find yourselves on Kelly's Island, check out the Island House. Could they ask for Taylor?
Absolutely.
That's a question. Is the Island House, could people come in and request to see upstairs or
Depending on the hours and as long as we're not too busy, I wouldn't mind showing them around.
Thank you very much.